Welcome to this video on human defense systems. In this revision guide, we will explore how your body protects itself from pathogens, covering everything from physical barriers to the immune response. Our bodies are constantly exposed to pathogens like bacteria, viruses, and fungi. Without defense systems, minor infections could be fatal. The body's solution is a multi-layered system, non-specific barriers to keep pathogens out, and specific immune responses to fight them if they enter. The first line of defense consists of physical barriers. These are structures that stop pathogens from entering your body in the first place, acting as the initial shield against infection. The skin is your body's largest organ and its primary physical barrier. It forms a tough, waterproof shield. As long as the skin remains unbroken, it prevents most pathogens from entering. It acts like a locked door, only allowing pathogens in if the skin is damaged. When the skin is cut, blood clotting rapidly seals the breach. Platelets and proteins form a clot, which creates a scab. This physical plug is crucial for stopping pathogens from accessing the bloodstream through the wound. Your airways also have defenses. Nose hairs trap large particles like dust and pollen. The airways produce sticky mucus to catch pathogens. Then, hair-like structures called cilia rhythmically beat to sweep this mucus, along with any trapped pathogens, towards the throat to be swallowed or expelled. Any pathogens that are swallowed encounter a chemical barrier, stomach acid. The stomach produces hydrochloric acid, maintaining a very low pH. This highly acidic environment is lethal to most pathogens, effectively destroying them before they can enter the rest of the digestive system. But what happens if these barriers fail? If a pathogen breaches the first line of defense, the body activates its second line of defense, the immune system, which is powered by specialized white blood cells. White blood cells, or leukocytes, are the soldiers of your immune system. Produced in the bone marrow, they circulate through your blood and lymph. Two primary types you need to know for GCSE Biology are phagocytes and lymphocytes. Phagocytes are non-specific white blood cells. Their role is to engulf and digest pathogens. They detect chemicals released by the pathogen, surround it, and then release enzymes into a vacuole to destroy it. This process is called phagocytosis. It involves four main steps: detection, engulfment, formation of a vacuole, and finally, digestion. It is a rapid, non-specific response, meaning it handles any invading pathogen in the same way. Unlike phagocytes, lymphocytes provide a specific immune response. They target particular pathogens by recognizing unique protein markers on their surface, known as antigens. So what are antigens? An antigen is a substance, usually a protein, found on a pathogen's surface. Think of them as a biological fingerprint. Your immune system uses these to distinguish between your own cells and foreign invaders, triggering a targeted attack. When a lymphocyte detects its matching antigen, it activates. The cell rapidly divides and produces large quantities of specific antibodies, which are proteins tailored to destroy that particular pathogen. Antibodies act as targeted weapons. By binding to specific sites on the antigen, they neutralize or mark the pathogen for destruction, playing a critical role in your body's immune success. Antibodies play three vital roles. They bind precisely to specific antigens like a lock and key, cause pathogens to clump together for easier ingestion, and mark pathogens for destruction by phagocytes. Remember that antibodies are highly specific. An antibody that works against a flu virus will not work against measles. The body must create unique antibodies for every specific pathogen it encounters. Bacteria often release harmful chemicals called toxins. Lymphocytes combat this by producing antitoxins, which are specific proteins that bind to these toxins and neutralize them, rendering them harmless before they damage your tissues. This table highlights the key differences between antibodies and antitoxins. While both are produced by lymphocytes, antibodies target pathogen antigens to destroy them, whereas antitoxins specifically neutralize bacterial toxins. Once an infection is defeated, your immune system does something remarkable. It remembers. This is achieved through the formation of memory cells, which provide the basis for long-term immunity. During a first infection, the response is slow as the body learns to fight the pathogen. Afterwards, memory cells are formed. If the same pathogen strikes again, these cells trigger a rapid, large-scale antibody response, often stopping the infection before symptoms appear. The difference between the first and second exposure is dramatic. The first time, it takes days to build up immunity. But during a second encounter, memory cells ensure a near-instant response, granting you immunity against that specific disease. Vaccination is a clever medical intervention. It uses the body's natural immune response to train your system to recognize and fight specific diseases, all without having to suffer through the actual, dangerous infection first. Vaccines introduce harmless versions of an antigen into the body. This triggers the production of antibodies and memory cells. Because of this, your immune system is already prepared for a rapid response if it ever encounters the real, dangerous pathogen. What exactly goes into a vaccine? They can contain dead pathogens, live but weakened, attenuated pathogens, or sometimes just the antigen proteins themselves. All these methods are designed to trigger an immune response safely. Vaccination is essential for two reasons. It provides individual protection from illness, and it creates herd immunity. When most of a population is vaccinated, the pathogen can no longer spread easily, protecting even those who aren't vaccinated. By understanding the layered defense of our bodies, we see how we are constantly protected. From physical barriers to the precision of the immune system, each layer acts as a vital safety net for our health. Here is a quick summary of key cells. Phagocytes are non-specific cells that engulf pathogens. Lymphocytes produce specific antibodies and antitoxins. And memory cells remain to provide long-term immunity. We also have key barriers. Skin and blood clots provide physical protection. Hair and mucus trap pathogens in airways. And stomach acid kills swallowed bacteria. These systems are our first line of defense. Finally, a crucial exam tip. Always remember that only lymphocytes produce antibodies. Do not confuse them with phagocytes, which only engulf pathogens. Keep this distinction clear for your test. Let's review some common exam questions. First, how do white blood cells protect the body? You should mention both phagocytes, which engulf pathogens, and lymphocytes, which produce antibodies and form memory cells. Next, consider how vaccination prevents disease. Vaccines introduce harmless antigens, triggering an immune response that creates antibodies and memory cells. This ensures a rapid, effective response upon any future exposure. Finally, remember the role of memory cells. These cells stay in your body after an initial infection, which allows for a much faster and stronger antibody production if you encounter that same pathogen again. Mastering this vocabulary is key. A pathogen is a disease-causing agent, while an antigen is a surface marker that triggers a response. Antibodies bind to these antigens, and antitoxins neutralize harmful bacterial toxins. Phagocytosis is the process of engulfing pathogens, whereas a memory cell acts as the foundation for long-term immunity. Vaccination uses these concepts to create artificial immunity without the illness. Test your knowledge. Do phagocytes produce antibodies? False. That is the job of lymphocytes. Are antibodies specific to one antigen? True. They work like a lock and key. More recall. Is stomach acid a physical barrier? No, it is a chemical one. Are memory cells responsible for faster immune responses? Yes, they allow for rapid recognition of previously encountered antigens. When answering exam questions, like explaining how the body responds to a new pathogen, structure your answer. Phagocytes engulf the pathogen, lymphocytes recognize antigens, antibodies are produced, and finally, memory cells are formed. Vaccination acts as a quote-quote practice run for your immune system. Without it, the first encounter can make you ill, but with it, the system is primed and prepared to keep you healthy. Finally, remember these tips. Use engulf instead of eat, neutralize instead of kill, and describe the binding as having a quote complementary shape. Using precise language will help you secure higher marks.